Hello, 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 hello. Death Rage, hello. Visionaire, can you Keycult avail? Hey, what's up? Yeah, we're gonna be unboxing and building. Hopefully everything will go well. Fingers crossed that nothing is dysfunctional tonight. So yeah, we're gonna be unboxing it too. I haven't looked at it at all. So yeah, Chongazaurus, the fastest man alive. Hello, hello. Macberto, hello. Karma, hello. Nine Walker. Cameron FB, hello. Rad Eats, hello. Wait, you have a decoder card. Yeah. Got a cipher card. to celebrate the build today. Kind of. Audio okay right now? Just trying new mic positions and whatnot. So just playing around with stuff. So yeah. Boneyard looks cool. Yeah. Boneyard is nice. Audio's good? That's good. Okay, because I do have the AC in the background, because it does get pretty hot in here with all the lights and stuff. So just if that's like invasive to you guys, like if that's annoying to you, just let me know. How much have you spent on personal keyboards? We don't talk about such things. Can hear the AC, but isn't bad. Yeah, it's like all the way over there, so it shouldn't be too bad. Also, because my mic is like right here next to me. Hey Thor, what's up? How are you? But how much have I spent on personal keyboards? Quite a lot. I would say relative to a lot of enthusiasts. How's it going? Yo, Q, what's up? That's like asking a woman her age. No, that's like asking a woman her weight. Even worse than asking the age. Asking the age is one thing, asking the weight is a very different thing. Good evening, Tommy Hong. Hello. This Keycult is yours, right? Yes, it is. So actually, speaking of which, it's so brand new that I forgot to do anything to the label. So let me just take care of that right now. No doxing tonight. The cable should be arriving tomorrow, with FedEx has been a bit off. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Is this my dream board? It's definitely a board that I've wanted. I don't know if I have a... Okay, I do have one board that I really want, but it's only because of historical purposes. So that's the only reason. Damn, Diego, you got a 160? What? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it in the mail like a few days ago. Alright, people are trickling in. It's good. Let's get started, shall we? So, no, we're not gonna... I mean, so here are the switches. I prepared some switches here. 62 gram retooled MX Blacks. I even labeled the thing inside here. I have a little piece of paper here that says 160. So I prepped these switches like maybe like a month or two ago. Like that. 160 R1. Didn't flex an Epic Gamers. Everyone wants a CL, lol. I don't want a CL. I actually don't want a CL. I actually don't want a CL. I'll make that clear. I do not want an OTD 356 CL. I don't think I need it. I don't think I want it. Mini, yeah, that's the only one I want right now, pretty much. 356 Mini. I want a Mini. I want a Mini. Also Nightmare. I want it though. But the thing about the Mini though is that there is a replacement PCB for it. So, and it has a USB port compared to all of the other ones. So that's a big difference. Yeah. Janky, hello. Do you get a K, Diego? I did get a K. PS2 connection and USB port. I know, but that's the original PCB. If I got a Mini, screw using the original PCB. I would just get a replacement for it. Is there actually one this time? Yeah, the one that just recently sold, Jacob's mirror, the one he had a prototype, nice and creamy QMK controller PCB. Fully compatible. So it exists as a prototype, but I mean, if it exists, it can be worked. You know, we can work for it. Anyway, Creamy has been working on that for like 4 years, it feels like. Yeah, I think that's about right. Alright, so here is the box. I'm wearing my shirt here. Prepared. Dun-dun-dun. I have a guy selling black Mini for 7K. No, thank you. That is dumb. 7K. Okay, buddy. Gray's like 9. I mean, that's just really dumb. I mean, even 4K for a red one is really dumb, I think. Talk to me in 3 years ago prices and we'll talk. Alright, anyway, so this box looks like this. There's one of the sides. There was a label here, I just took it off. It has a nice stamp on it. And I mean the rest is the same, it's just a box. So I have not opened this at all, as you can see. So let's open it up, shall we? Okay, let's just open it this way. Yeah, 9+. That's pretty insane. No reasonable person should be spending that much for a keyboard. But alas, some people, I guess, have the impetus to do so. Okay, I do know that there could be a shipping label here, so I'm just gonna check. And I was not wrong. There is a packing slip here. I was not wrong, there is a packing slip that I just took out. Good. I'm balking at paying $1,200 for an Orion. Do you play Valorant? No, I don't. Well, I haven't, really. Yes, always a packing slip inside. I'm not always used to packing slips, actually. Ooh, look at that. I guess it's this way. But there is a box here with a Keycult stamp. Can you guys see that? North Carolina designed. Oh, North Carolina design and rally. Okay. Cool. What does this have? There's candy. There's some sort of card. Some hardware. That's this side. Another piece of candy. There's another piece of candy. Okay, that's it. Oh, and there's the main piece. Let's open this guy up. What color is it? It is white. Ooh. Oh, oh. Look at this, cloth. There's this cool microfiber cloth with the Keycult logo on it. That's nice. And there's more paper. Oh my god. Okay. So there's our PCB. WT60 PCB, I guess. For Keycult number 160. And then there is, I'm gonna assume this is the plate then, because if that was a PCB, then this should be the plate. Oh, I guess we got a red plate and a teal plate. I actually got a polycarb half plate, but they basically couldn't ship those out because they basically were not ready yet. So I have to wait for that one. But I wanted to build it with the full aluminum anyway, so we're gonna go for that first. Alright, so here is the main showpiece. Okay, just foam below it. Kiwi fruit gummy candy and pineapple. Pineapple or kiwi? I'll just go kiwi because I'm not gonna bother having you guys decide. That's pretty good. Did I win this in the raffle? Yeah. The thing is difficult to get out of this box. Tight fit. I mean, that's a good thing. Good packaging. All right. Plastic bag. Nice and tight packaging is a good thing for keyboards, especially for shipping. So this box you guys probably have seen in other streams, right? It's just like a board, like a box. It has this texture to it, kind of feels like leather. Has the Keycult logo embossed on it, and then there's a sticker here. Sticker here. It's number 160 in white and red. December 19th. Keycult release. Okay. So, okay, this is actually already marked. So I can just carefully cut that. Alright. It's perforated, yeah. Don't have to cut, just push with your finger. I like to cut it because it's just, yeah, cleaner. Alright. Okay. So that opened up. It's official, it's now open. Alright, so I guess I just pull this. Empty box. Opened it, value decreased by 30%. Okay, as if I cared. Alrighty. Oh man, it's covered. Come on. This is my big reveal. Okay, so there's this nice cutout for the shape of the board. Look at that. White and red. There's the Keycult logo on there. That's a USB port. Okay, so, and then showing this over here. There we go. Come on. Focus, focus. Focus. There we go. Focus. All right. So Keycult number 160, revision 1, design rally, and a serial number. Cool. It looks like it comes with the bump-ons pre-installed, which is actually kind of nice. I do like my bump-ons pre-installed. That way I don't miss the the center of that. All right. Cool. So that's basically what it is. I don't need to worry about it. It looks like the strips are already installed, so you guys can see there's strips here, the sandwiching strips for the just on the top and the bottom for the plate, and then this is gonna go to the daughter board area. Cool. We can just leave this on the side, I think. We should open this card because I don't know what this card is about. I assume it's like a thank you card. Where's my opener? Where's my card? Where's my letter opener? Oh, here it is. Should I just tear it or should I? Yeah, I'll just tear it from the top. Thank you card and Keycult card. So here it just says, thank you. When we relaunched Keycult at the beginning of 2019, we started with the number 160 and number 165. It's taken us a year and a half to bring it back, but we're glad that we finally have. We sincerely hope you enjoy the result. Please enjoy your new kit and do not hesitate to reach out with any questions, comments, or feedback you may have. Thanks so much for your support. Yours, Zach and Jorge. Cool. So the back is empty, and the card, this is what the card looks like. Yo, J93, hello. How are you doing? That's the card design. And then the other side is just the same. It has the markings for the 160. Just put that on the side for now. Alright, cool. So the question is, what is this hardware? Oh, it looks like it's the alignment pins and something else. So let's first start with testing the PCB. Is it pronounced Jorge or George but spelled Jorge? I think I mean, if you're gonna say it in Spanish, you should say Jorge, like Jorge, right? That's a proper pronunciation in Spanish. But if you're gonna say George, then yeah, I mean, it's one's English, one's Spanish, right? So okay. Oh wait, no, daughter board's here. Okay, cool. Daughter board is here. We just plug it in here, and then grab one of my USB cables. And the red on the PCB, I've never seen that. I've never seen a red PCB, is that what you mean? Yeah, I mean, you can have, there's a lot of different colors for PCBs. I've seen yellow, I've seen purple, blue, black, red. What else have I seen PCB wise? What color 160 did you get? It's right here, what you see. Gray. Oh, as in like gray PCB? So, okay, it's detected. Let's just adjust some of the little settings here. So layouts, I want a 7U bottom row with a split right shift. And do I want to split the backspace? Yes or no? Do I want to split the backspace today? Yes or no? You know, let's split it today. I normally just pretty much do 1 and 1. Sometimes I split it, sometimes I don't. I wouldn't mind splitting it this time. Alrighty, let's just program it the way I like it, which is here, this here. This should be left control for me. The rest is fine. Actually, this is not. This, and then layers, MO1. And then on the second layer, that's cool. Actually, let's put this as delete. And then that's fine. No, that's no good. Where's my arrow keys? All Wilbur PCBs look nice. The backspace is in the backslash place. Wait, what? Oh, Mr. Pirulito, you're new to this. So in keyboards, there's a thing called split backspace, and in split backspace, basically it means you are. So, like normally the backspace goes right here. It's a 2-unit backspace, so it's like longer, right? Split backspace means you're splitting the 2 units into 1 + 1 unit, and then what happens normally is you move the backspace here, and then you put these, like basically you put these keys in that specific cluster. The reason for this is because it makes it closer for you to hit backspace from the home row when you're typing. So it's supposed to be more like a ergonomic experience. It's inspired from like many keyboards, but among them like the HHKB, the Happy Hacking keyboard. What was this again? Page up, page down, home, and then that can be that can be fine, that can go. Maybe I'll do this as media as normally. What should I do? Play previous next and mute those. That's all I need. Yeah, I don't need lighting, so okay, cool. And then we can just test the PCB now. Actually seems more ergonomic. It is pretty nice actually. Oh wait, there's no matrix testing here. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go ahead and test it manually. And hello, Rope. Another VS speedrun. Yeah. Hello, Obsidian. How are you tonight? I know that this is a more friendly stream for those in the West Coast, and certainly not friendly for anyone in Europe. I guess Asia would be okay. Not that we have any viewers from Asia anyway. Okay, that should be FN, which is fine. And then so we're almost done testing the PCB. We just want to test that all of the keys register. Wait, I was touching that. That's why. Why is it actuating both? I don't understand that, but whatever. It's YOLO. It's okay. It's not like I will use that key anyway. Yo, Jeff. Jeff, hello. How are you doing? Langy, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, 60 Raidy Bears. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Alright, cool. So that's done. So we can hide via now. Rady Bears, hello. It's fine for Europe? 6 a.m. here. Oh, I see. But 6 a.m. on a Saturday seems really early. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Welcome. Lang Lang, how was your stream? What do you do today? What were you up to today? Look at that chonk. Yeah. Chonk boy. We have a chonk here, and then we have a much leaner guy here. Oh, evening. Hello, Mr. Petrov. Working Saturdays. It was fun. Had a gingham? Oh, I see. Scuffed AF? Oh, that's unfortunate. Was that because of, like, all the diodes and all those components? I mean, I could see why... I could see the troubleshooting being super tedious. Because all the components are crammed up top, right? Nah, I mean, I could, things get shorted and stuff. Prep the PC on Tuesday? Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, you live and you learn, right? Like, you have to, like, try it to know what it's like. Alright, so we have to figure out what plate am I gonna use. What do you guys think I should use? Red or so this is teal actually. It's not like gray, it's teal. Red, emo, IMO. Upas! Hey, what's up, Mr. Upas? Hello. Matching red and I go to bed. Okay, fine. Oh wow. Y'all are like so eager. Okay. I actually forgot that I had to look at my packing slip for a second. Oh, the teal plate was extra. Oops. Okay. I didn't realize. What board is on top? Exclamation keyboard for commands. So exclamation keyboard for this one. Exclamation build for this one that we're building today. So yeah. Alright, cool. So we chose a plate, so I can just put it on the side for now. I need to do stabs. So we bring the... So the reason I got the teal plate, okay, was because the teal plate kind of peeks through, right? Like, I mean, like the plate kind of like peeks through, like through the gaps, right? And I thought, well, like the board is white and red. If you're looking at it from the top, that teal might kind of like provide some contrast. I don't know. But yeah. I guess not. I guess not. I actually might have a batch of clip-ins. Clip-in stabs. That kind of sounds nice, actually. Let's do clip-in stabs today, shall we? Huh. Not have to deal with retooled GMK stabilizers. Watch me screw this up. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah. Ooh, wait a second. This wire looks bent. Oh, no. I have wires. Yeah, this wire is definitely bent. Oh well. Gonna have to throw it away. For my first keyboard, I bought Gateron Milky Yellows. What do you think? Gateron Milky Yellows are great. Upas, who is in chat, actually, his favorite switch is the Gateron Milky Yellow. I suggest you lube them, of course. I suggest you lube the springs, of course. So we're splitting the backspace, so we only need like a few of these. So we only need 3 stabs today, because we're not building like a TKL. 2, 4, 6. Nothing wrong with Milky Yellows. Yeah, nothing wrong with them. absolutely nothing wrong with them, and I actually mean that. Like I'm not kidding. I'm a cheap date? Oh, come on. I mean, if they're good switches, then what's there to complain about? People, I mean, I don't know. People are on their like eternal quest to like, I don't know, end game and getting the perfect switch, and like in the end, I feel like it's all about the same. I like using different ones because I just like the journey of just trying things. Like I like having options. Lube comes later because money. Lube is only... Oh, not being from the USA is hard in this hobby. Yes, that would be hard in this hobby. You know what, Mr. Pirlito? How much is shipping from here to there? Where are you located, Mr. Pirlito? Mr. Pirolito. Like $25? Okay. How about... I was thinking maybe maybe I could just pitch in. I'll get you Lube. I'm from Sonora. Okay. Wait, Sonora. If that's the case, do I have a friend around there actually? I have a friend in El Paso, but I think yeah, that's not gonna work. All right, yeah, sure. I'll look into Lube. I'll get you some Lube. Just PM me on Discord. Lightning. You can actually PM me here on Twitch, and I'll get back to you. Lube's on me. I don't think you should go without Lube. There's a lot of things you shouldn't go in without Lube. Sorry. Lube is one of man's best inventions. Yeah. Did anyone answer Gawk's question? What was Gawk's question? If someone might want to repeat Gawk's question, tag me and I'll answer it. But yeah, Lube es excelente. Lube es chingón. A huevo. Are you fluent in Spanish? A huevo que sí, cabrón. Ay, güey. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Oh man, Mr. Patron, I don't want to bring the bar down. Oh no, please don't. This is actually I don't think I actually rated this like for mature audiences. So please actually don't do it. I actually should. I need to reassign my Twitch thing. Cause I do swear a lot and stuff. Probably not good for kids. Probably. Just picked up, wait, did anyone compare Gat Yellow Spring to equivalent Sprit Spring Gawk? Is that gonna be 65 gram? I have 63.5s, but I don't have 65 gram. So I would probably have to check. I could try comparing. But anyway, that's my answer to that question. Taco Bell is taco dorado, but normal tacos are less hard. That's a tongue twister, man. Yeah, soft tacos are where it's at. That's what normal tacos are. Like soft tortilla, fresh corn.
To help send that guy some lube.
Hey yo, Thor! Thank you so much for the $5 donation. I will use the $5 to send Mr. Pirolito some lube for his enjoyment. Of the switches. Of the switches. I forgot to clip these. I'm gonna clip them as I go. Tripas. Oof. Yo. Best tacos for me. Number 1, tripa. Number 2, al pastor. Number 3, probably lengua actually. Yeah, lengua is really good. I think those are my 3 favorite taco meats. Tripa, al pastor, and lengua. That's where it's at. Like if I have those 3 in the same menu, like in the United States, because I mean like you actually don't find it all the time here in the States, I feel. Like unless like you're like in California, like in Texas or something, or like a bordering state. Oh man, I splurge hard. For me, asada are the 1, and 2 are... Oh, cabeza is really good too. Although, I mean, for people it might sound really gross, but it's delicious. Anyway, I know that there might be people who also don't eat meat in the chat, but I actually used to be vegetarian and vegan at some point, so I fully understand the venture and the decision to do that. But I came back to eating meats again a few years ago. Chorizo. What made you go back? It actually was a financial reason. I was living in Connecticut for some time, and so the reason why it was viable there was because I had access to a farm co-op where basically you pay like a price in advance, and every week there's deliveries from the farms, local farms, to like pick up vegetables and stuff from crates. So you just go to this area where everyone collected their vegetables and fruits and whatnot, like their produce, and it was pretty it was accessible. And I moved down to like I moved to New York first, and then I moved down to like Maryland, and I found it actually prohibitively expensive as I went, because like all options that I wanted to have, like more organic options and whatnot, it was actually harder. It was actually harder to afford. And like there was that, and like there were like a few inconveniences for work too for me. So in the end, I decided to go back, and yeah, it's just a choice I made later on that, you know, I was like, well, I think I kind of understood what it meant to, like, you know, why people would do it and whatnot. Like that was one reason I wanted to try it. I wanted to like kind of like be in the shoes of others. And then yeah, eventually I was just like, okay, I think I can go back. Veggies cost more actually. Yeah. So actually, produce can be very expensive. Produce is what it's what stacks up. Like meat, the thing is like, yeah, sure, if you buy a lot of meat, it's expensive because it's like by pound, right? But normally people don't buy that much meat at a time, unless it's like a special occasion or whatever. And like for me, like I try to cover like macros, right? So like proteins, like carbs, right? And like fats and whatnot. But like in order to cover that, like I don't rely just on meat. Like I also have like grains, like nuts, like dairy, like, you know, like beans, tofu, like, you know, there's like so many different sources, right? So yeah, you can also store meat longer than real veggies. True. I mean, like frozen vegetables can get like freezer frostbite much more easily actually, compared to meats. Anyhow, yeah, so there are like several different reasons for it, and I basically just pursued that and then decided to turn back. It was an interesting transition, but at the same time, it wasn't so bad because I had already tried doing it. But anyway, actually, Frogo, man, we already had our first meetup in Mexico in February. Ciudad de Mexico? Wait, really? Are you from DF? I lived in DF for... Excuse the music outside some. Oh man. Anyway, we often get like banda and mariachi over here. So yeah, I lived in Mexico City for like, let me see, how many years? Like 10 years? Over 10 years? Yeah. I mean, I pretty much grew up in Mexico City, and well, I actually grew up in Leon, and then I moved back to Mexico City for high school. But yeah, should I lube switches with dielectric grease? No. Lube them with like Krytox or something else. Something similar to that. Like Crystal Lube, Krytox, there's many options. But not dielectric grease. Dielectric grease is way too thick. I have like 3 pounds of chicken thighs in my freezer. Nice. Fits the theme of the stream. DCM incoming. Oh no, you're right. You're right. It's gonna get muted. Stream's gonna get muted. GG. GG. All this build stuff, all this prep for nothing. People are gonna be like, where's the VOD? You had a late stream. It's like VOD's there, but it's all muted. Send a link with pick in a sec. Okay, sounds good. Hey, B Hallmark, hello. What's up? How's it going? How are you doing tonight? I haven't seen you in a while. Actually, I haven't. I guess I haven't been in the servers that you're normally in. What happens if I do? If you lube your switches with dielectric grease, they will be so thickly lubed that you'll press the switch and it'll stay pressed forever. Well, not really, but basically. Nice brass card subtle flex. You know, I got you. This is how we do. I mean, not to flex, just because it's relevant. I'm even wearing my Keycult t-shirt, look. Just gotta go with the theme. It's the least I can do, I guess. Since I'm not quite sponsored. Please sponsor me. Silver, blue, good. I'm like on and off, mainly in group chats rather than general chats. Oh yeah, exactly. It's tough to keep up. Honestly, I can't keep up. Is this a personal build? Urban Lime? Yes, it is a personal build. This is a personal build, so if I screw up, then no pressure. I just go back and build it again at some point. They feel fine? Well, you know, if you lubed with dielectric grease and it feels fine, then it feels fine. You know? Do what you think is right. As long as it doesn't... If it hurts your experience, then, you know, that's when you decide, oh, this was not a good idea. But otherwise, you know, just go with whatever your heart tells you to. But, you know, be careful. Like, experiment with what's for you, and if it's okay, then you can do more, but, like, yeah. I mean, I'm sure dielectric grease also comes in different thicknesses and, like, viscosities and mixes and stuff, right? It is grease after all. It has to use some sort of oil and then some sort of binding chemical. So I'm sure that it comes in different forms that could be usable, potentially. Preference, indeed. I'm waiting on a number 1 Rev 2 from the most recent pre-order. That's the TKL, correct? So that's cool. I like the TKLs, but I think for TKL I would like to hopefully own a number 2 TKL. But that won't happen for a while. And I mean, you might very well know that I have a very specific preference for that. I've been very open about it. on the Keycult Discord server that I want a silver and blue number 2 TKL. Specifically, it has to be silver in the body, and then the blue is an accent. Yo, Boner, what's up, man? Yeah, what's up, man? Welcome back for 6 months, man. How are you doing? Oh really? What could that be? How do you put lube on the stabs? I've seen grease on the metal part on the stem, but I don't know. Oh, okay, sure, I'll show you. I'll show you. So I already lubed one side of it. Come on. Okay, hold up. So you see the loop right there, like down under there. So basically, I loop both walls. Try to spread it out nice and like sort of not thin, but also not too thick. Like, I mean, sorry, not too thin, but not too thick. So just to the extent where I know that the lube's gonna definitely like affect the travel. I mean, not in a bad way. And then I just lube this front part here. I basically touch the brush here over for the wire. Doesn't matter which orientation I choose that way. So that's for the inserts. Oh, excuse my ugly hands. And then I just grab the insert here. Get some lube on the brush. And then this one doesn't matter so much. Like, you can just have a nice even layer. That's enough on both sides. So nice and even layer on both sides. What is this stab? This is just a cherry clip-in stabilizer. It's just a good old cherry stabilizer. Okay, so the part that matters the most for stabs, okay, is gonna be this hole, okay? This is the back side. If you see one hole, that's the back side. If you see 2 holes, that's the front side. That, like, this is where the wire goes in. This is where the wire will like peek out, okay? Doesn't matter where. Like, doesn't matter where you approach it from, but basically just grab enough lube, because this part is the part that rattles. Like, this is what rattles, okay? Like, the rattle is between the wire and the inside of this hole. So grab enough lube and just, you know, like, spread it in there. I've learned that for this part, you actually don't want to be like super, you don't want to be too frugal about the lube, because it like, you know, you want to reduce the rattle. You want to get rid of it completely. So I just put lube in there, but I make sure to like not have it just like cover the hole. I'm just trying to basically spread it in there so that the walls don't make contact, like hard contact with my wire. So that's basically the idea. Taking notes, it's like very much lube. It looks like a lot, but it's actually not that much. But yeah, the point is you want the wire to not rattle with the stab. That's really the part that's key. The rest actually is really not that important compared to this, compared to that like stab hole. So like this part, I actually like just brush it off slightly. Like, I don't really mind how much I put on these 2 sides, but on the inside of that hole though, I try to make sure it's nice and even on all 4 walls. Just put my brush in there and just like actually try to brush it. So like any excess I just take off. Anyway, yeah, so the idea is just to get enough lube in there. And, you know, if not, then you'll play around with it later if things didn't work out. Okay, so that's kind of like how it goes. And then for the wire, right, I just take my wire here. Same thing. Just grab enough lube in the brush. Grab enough lube on the brush. This is a lot, but that's good enough actually, because I'm gonna spread it out anyway. Just grab it. I just spread it through for now, because what I want is a uniform layer. So I just like spread it on the inside part. I think the most important parts are gonna be the tip here, the sharp edges here at the end of the wire. The wire is easier. Yeah, it is easier because it just stays on there. And so the tip of the wire is kind of important because that's the part that tends to make a lot of noise. And then the other parts that I care about are is the L part, is the elbow part here. So here I actually just carefully like get all parts of the elbow, and actually that's pretty much good enough. And then, as I said, 2 holes front part, so it's already in. So then just like that, just make sure it actually goes into the hole. So you just like push it in, and then like push it in, and then clip it. The wire can be with dielectric grease. Yes, you can do the wire with dielectric grease. I used to use dielectric grease all the time. What board group buys of 2020 catch your eye the most? What board group buys catch my eye the most? Right now, I mean, most recently, Ogre caught my eye. K caught my eye. Heine TKL caught my eye. Zenith catches my eye right now. Zenith is excellent, in my opinion. Juby caught my eye. Equinox. Wait, Equinox, was that last year? Maybe that was last year. What else? Hold on, what else? What else? Prophet caught my eye. Prophet by West Foxtrot. Gasket 00 was this year, I think. That one caught my eye too. Although I own one because I was like in a previous private round. But like it was of interest to a lot of people. There's been like other boards. I mean, people have been talking about the Think 6.5 lately. But yeah. Gotta sleep right now. Unfortunately, I work on Saturdays. I understand. I mean, I work on Saturdays too. But they pay me overtime. I don't even get paid. So, good for you. Did you join J80S? No, I didn't, Mr. Petrov, because I own a first rounder, and I personally do not find it very appealing to join a group buy for an identical board. I would have to sell the other one for me to justify joining the new one. Or something like that. But yeah, basically I wouldn't just join. Makes sense. Do you like your round 1 J80? Yeah, I do. I do. It's nice and OG colored. I used to use dielectric, but I started having issues with them for some weird reason. So the issue with dielectric grease, okay, is that dielectric grease, I think it's that it like eventually dries up, sort of. Like I think it's just exposure to air and like all the movement and stuff. I think eventually kind of seems to dry up or like get kind of like gunky. So that's the issue most people tend to have with dielectric grease. Like it's not a problem as long as it just stays in the stab and like the stab doesn't rattle. Despite the gunkiness or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like if the stab isn't rattling, it's doing its job. It's fine. So that's all I would recommend, honestly. Like if you're managing to get your stab to not rattle, you've done a good job. Whoa, Poner being a little toxic here. Please. No Q words here. No Q words. Don't leak my email here. It would start gunking up and eventually moving out of the stab. Yeah, it's the movement that gets the gunk out of there. So yeah, that's an issue I also used to have. So I would have to like reapply some and whatnot. So that was bothersome. This is why I shifted to 205, because 205 adheres really well to surfaces. To the surfaces you apply them to, and even despite all the movement, like all the dynamics going on there, it just stays there. So yeah. So that's what I like about 205 grade 0 specifically. I mean, even a regular 205 like grade 2 or whatever, that would work fine. Like the same kind of like grease. Krytox is expensive, however. Like even small amounts can cost you like, like dozens of dollars and stuff. So Yeah, so that's the main issue about Crytox, is that it's very expensive. Like, even within the United States, it's already expensive. Obviously, if you are, like, importing it, like, to a different country, like, that's gonna be expensive. Even more expensive, so... yeah, something to consider. That boneyard and board combo is chef's kiss. Thank you. Have you tried 3204 on stat wires? I have. 3204 can also work on stat wires just fine. It is a little bit less thick, so I personally prefer to apply a little bit more of it. I just stick to 205 because it just works. So, like, you know, why bother using something that... why changing something from, you know, something that you know it works. So... alright, so that's clip-in stabs. You just clip them in. Red plate, we said, right? So red plate goes on top. And we get if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna go back and see if there was any mentions that people wanted to. Oh, never mind. Okay. But yeah. Some sanitizer. Okay, so switches now. Right, so I think this is my springs. Oh, I see. So we just need some switches. So I normally, for those who are new to keyboards and stuff, I normally like to put my first few switches at the corners of each of the corners. So I start, you know, escape here, and then I know that here I'm gonna do symmetrical 1.5U 1.5U modifiers and spring and 7U spacebar. So I know it goes on the interior part of here on this corner, and then same for here. Put it on all four corners of the plate and PCB assembly. What are those artisans on the M6 pad? Did this board come with the brass card? No. The answer is no. I got the brass card a few weeks ago. What are the artisans? The artisans are Moondrops by Nightcaps Keycaps. Moondrops by Nightcaps Keycaps. That's what they're called. And Nightcaps Keycaps is the maker. And then after I do the four corners, I like doing some stuff like down the middle, anywhere, kind of random. So like here is fine. You know, like here is fine. Like basically, the idea of getting the switches in is after the four corners, you want to make sure that everything like it's gonna like stay even throughout. Like it's gonna stay like parallel to the plate is gonna be parallel to the PCB as you build along. So that's the idea. So I kind of like randomly go for it. You know, just a few is fine. Like this, the one here towards the edge. And then after that, you can do your stabilizer testing. So then I do stabilizer testing. So in this case, I need to test my enter key, my shift key, and I think my spacebar. I think these were my spacebar switches. I don't remember, but I think I'm just gonna put these on the spacebar. Put these in the spacebar. So I think it goes right here and right down the middle. Right. Okay. Cool. I'm actually gonna pull. I'm gonna use the other switch here in the escape position. I separated them for a reason, and I don't remember exactly why, but I think this was the reason. Okay. All right, cool. So once that's done, I just take some keys. What's the difference between retooled and the new old stock vints, or how you call them? So retooled. Okay, so new old stock vintage just means like from a certain era, like old, and then new old stock just means that they're in new condition, like the condition of the switch is new. Old stock meaning like that they're like they like sat like on like shelves, like you know, like old like retail stock, like that's new old stock. So they're basically old switches in new condition. That's new old stock vintage blacks, or like vintage whatever. Retooled is going to be basically right around like maybe like 2017 or so. People start reporting that the MX Black switches that were coming out were smoother than they were used to. So people realized that it was probable that the manufacturer, in this case Cherry, had retooled their molds, meaning that they refreshed their molding equipment to create the plastic for the switches. So meaning that if you refresh them, like you refurbish them, like right, like you maintain them, they're smooth. They're nice and smooth because they're nice and new, right? And then the more you use them, the more like gritty and rough they become. So retooled is referring to switches that come from a batch that is relatively fresh out of the mold that is new. Yeah. What am I making? Adam Jamesky, are you new to the stream? So this is a keyboard build stream. So I am building a custom mechanical keyboard. Basically, it's like in this case, like this is like an aluminum case. It's been coated in white and has some other anodized aluminum parts. And basically, a custom mechanical keyboard consists of like mechanical key switches. So these are like individual mechanical key switches. We have a circuit board here. So that's like the brains of the keyboard. The plate here is to hold all of the switches. So basically, the idea is that I'm assembling this whole keyboard from all the individual parts. That's basically what this stream is about. And what most mechanical keyboard stuff, yeah, it's about. I know keyboards, yeah, that's fine, but I'm just explaining anyway because I don't know what your understanding is. So, yeah. So what am I building though? This is Keycult number 160. It's a keyboard produced by... Talking about parts, so you can just do !build and all of the parts are written down on there, which I think other people have been using the command. So using retooled MX Blacks, kind of. Where did I get the parts from? So the keyboard kit is from Keycult. It's a company that makes keyboards here in the United States. So they provide like the circuit board and the plate and the keyboard stuff. The switches, I sourced them from Arrow.com, I guess. It's a retailer in Europe. And then the keycaps are produced by a manufacturer in Germany called GMK. And then there's like other accessories. Like there's like lubricant that you use for switches. There's like springs that you like swap out. This is considered to be close to the very top of keyboards. $2,300 at the very top. So better than Rama. I mean, is it better? I mean, like people consider it all. People have different preferences. Like, yeah. I guess Rama is really has such a wide appeal. feels. I think that's okay. It's not rattling, so I think it's okay. Is it solder hot swappable? It's solder. Solder. Ramen takes forever, but quality control is on point from what I've heard. Yes, that is true. That is true. They do make some very quality products, and it takes long because the group buys tend to be unlimited in number, so it means that there's just a lot of units to make and a lot of variations. So that's pretty much why it takes a long time. Is there any color or something you could compare that Keycult red to, trying to get an idea what sort of red it is? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll get you some other stuff that I can compare it to. Like, do you want to compare it to other reds, or do you want to compare it to like whites, or like other stuff? I'm just wondering what kind of comparison you want to make, like a different red. Like I could get like a red key set or something. Oh, I guess I have some GMK color samples that I could use. Recently got into Think 6.5. Nice. One of my favorite switches. I like MX Blacks a lot. I like smooth MX Blacks quite a lot. Like smooth MX, cherry MX switches that are linear. Other switches though, like I like the recent trend with like alpacas and H1s and all these JWK manufactured switches, which are also linear. But if you want to talk about like tactile switches, I like Topre a lot. I like Clicky. I like Beam Spring and Buckling Spring. Blue Alps. Other tactile stuff, I like Orange Alps. Ergo Clears, which is MX Clears with a lighter spring. I also enjoy MX Browns that are smooth and lubed, even though people might say weird things about them. I think they're underrated. I'm new to this keyboard stuff. Creams? Yeah, creams are alright. Yeah, I think I like creams once they've been broken in, if they're smooth. Got Hamon? I do have Hamon. Yes, I do. I have to go look for it. Which one is the expensive keyboard? It's the one I'm building currently, I suppose, if that's what people are trying to say. Anyway, I'm new to his keyboard stuff. Should I get a Hasung TFG Art pre-built 150 and hot swap, or should I build a DZ60? Love the streams, thank you. I personally would say would be an advocate for building your own keyboards, because you learn a new skill. You get to customize it more. Yeah, I think I feel like if I mean, what for me the attractive part of the hobby was the building part, like the DIY and the building component was why I got into the hobby, and this is why I also do like build streams and build services. But yeah, like if that weren't it, yeah, I wouldn't like to just get a pre-build and be done. If I were you, I think. Curious, do you lube the top housing of your switches? I do not. That's a good question. People have different like ways of lubing their switches. I do not lube the top housing of the switches. I do not find that the time I spend lubing the top housing doesn't make a big enough difference for me to warrant the time spent. So yeah. Actually, those are cherry blacks. Yeah, so the red is sort of a pinkish red. You could say it's the lighting. The lighting does have a bit of a like the lighting with the reflection, it does sort of like show a bit of like a pinkish hue, but it's really not. I would say like it's actually like, I mean, this is like the Hamon Desmat, and like it looks like, you know, it looks darker than that. So I think it's just a reflection that sort of makes it look pinkish. Yeah, looks like a red wine. Yeah, that's not a bad comparison. It's not as dark as actual red wine, but it definitely is a little bit more on like the burgundy side of things. Yeah. What's my favorite lube? I like Tribosys 3204 quite a lot for switches. I do like Krytox 205 on switches too, but I personally think they're a bit too thick. It works in certain it works in very specific scenarios though. Like I think some switches do benefit from Krytox 205 because it hides a lot of their blemishes. So like for creams, I think 205 is pretty nice because it kind of sticks really well to the surface, and creams tend to have this like leathery feel to them. Your stem should be lubed anyway, so lubing the top housing is kind of redundant. Yeah, I would agree with that. Oof 205 G0 best lube? Yeah, I mean I like it. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's situational for me. I don't have a default though. That's what I'll say. Like I don't default to a lube. But if I had to say like some, then those two are probably the ones I like. Tribosys 3204 and 25 grade 0. But yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Oh, I see. Okay. Yo, Jay Wordfish, what's up? How are you doing today? If you like 3204, we can no longer be friends? Okay. Alright. That's cool. If you don't want to be friends, that's cool. Your loss, I think. Just kidding. Blueberries and 205. Have you tried Kale Speed Silvers? Yeah, I did try them a long time ago, I think. Back when I was like kind of more exploring like a bunch of random other switches. I think they were okay. I think they have a shorter travel though, which I actually didn't like. I actually don't like short travel switches as much. I do remember trying the Gateron Ink Yellows for like a KB75 build for a client, and I actually didn't mind it when I was typing on it. But I do think that like overall I would preferably not use a shorter travel, like a short throw switch. Yeah. If I could afford, not to like use a short throw switch, I would just not. Are those retools from Arrow? Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's correct. I'll be honest, I don't know how you get the Tribosys 3204. They're always sold out. I just so Krellbit on switchmod.net. He has a Discord server and he has alerts for them. One-Up Keyboards should also stock it in the United States, so worth checking with them. But it is possible they could be sold out now. But yeah, there are several vendors that do have Tribosys 3204, so I suggest checking with all of them. Okay, I think this is okay now. Step caps and this looks lined up. Alright, time to solder. Where did my window go? Sorry. Alright, cool. 1UP has small 2 milliliter vials, but they are on a 2 to 3 week processing delay. Ah, I see. Yeah, COVID obviously has blunted a lot of the shipping and processing times for stuff out there. That red's really nice. What set are you planning on for this board? I have a set in mind. The set I have in mind is GMK Honeywell. I've pretty much dreamed of that setup. I've wanted to have a white board with GMK Honeywell on it. That's exactly what I've been wanting to use for a while. So that's what I'll use. Am I selling this keyboard? I'm not. I'm not selling this keyboard. I literally got it just recently, and I will be using it. I'll be using it. Hi, just came. Your keyboard looks so good. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay, Toki. You don't have to. From this angle, your keyboard chassis looks like a desk. It's pretty big. It's sizable. It's a sizable keyboard. Chonkers. I mean, funnily enough, this keyboard I actually got it from Riot on the Bay. He was selling a bunch of keyboards because he was funding his Keycult stuff. This was right before he went public. He was an enthusiast just like everybody else. So, yeah. All right. Accent nut. Looking for stuff on Arrow is confusing. Yeah, Arrow is pretty confusing. What's the difference between NW1 and NN11? I believe NW1 is the one that has the 5 pins, so the alignment pins for PCB mounting. And NN, I think it might be plate mounts, but I can't confirm that at the moment. I can't confirm it like super quickly. I don't have the information handy. If someone else has that like diagram, there's this like diagram with that info, I would appreciate it. Oh, I forgot the fan. I should turn on the fan. Okay, this has to go away for a second. Lead poisoning mongers. You're right, Diego? Oh, nice. Thank you. Thanks for the confirm. Inhale those fumes. I've inhaled so many over the years. I really would like not to get my lungs any worse. Or my blood quality. I've seen too much of this mech keep streamer at what? So this was a personal board of his? Yeah, he had gotten it for himself, but it was unbuilt urban line. He basically never built it, and he was like, hey, I'm selling it, and I was like, hey, can I have that? I actually got this keyboard and the Keycult #1 prototype from him at the time. This is a long time ago. This was like 3 years ago. 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Yeah. It's quite a bit ago. NW1 should be the ones that have PCB mount pins. NW1. I know that, at least. Do you flow solder onto the iron itself or the PCB pad? So the way you do soldering is, I mean, I like to tin my solder tip first, my iron tip. And then after I tin it, I first apply heat onto the pin, and like the pin and the pad area, so it heats up, and then I apply solder on top, so the solder just flows right in. And the solder is it has a bit of flux in it too, so it doesn't have any issues forming joints. So you had the Keycult unbuilt for 3 years? No. No, that's not what I meant. Never mind. I have a #1 TKL prototype from back then. I think it's 2 years then, 2 years, 2.5 years-ish. So this board's just been sitting for a while. No, yeah, not that. This board, I received like... Okay, this board I received just recently. This board I built right away after I got it. This board, the Exent is a group buy from like 2017. It shipped like in late, like some units shipped really early. Riot was one of the people who got one. And then I got it from him like in 2018, and then I built it around then. He never built it, however, after he got it from the group buy. So he was just selling an unbuilt kit from a group buy. From a group buy that was not great either. It still had some issues. If you're curious, you should just go and look at the Keycap thread. There's a lot to explain. That's fat. It is. Anyway, let's get to the more boring part of the stream, which is talking about the sponsors. The sponsors that assist and help the stream. Does your Exent have the PC bottom? Yes, it does have the polycarb bottom, Mr. J Wordfish. So let's talk about the sponsors. Just pull up chat. All right. So talking about sponsors. The first sponsor that supports Lightning keyboards is Canon Keys. Canon Keys is led by Upas. And Canon Keys currently has SA Mizu for group buy and GMK Bread. So if you're interested in an ocean themed set, it's more like Avatar. Like water bending stuff. Check out SA Mizu. It's a spherical profile keycap set. GMK Bread is this like nice and brown and earthy tones set, modeled after actual bread. So GMK Bread is probably going to hit MOQ just fine. So do consider supporting GMK Bread. There's some other desk mats. There's like the Winter Hour desk mats, as well as the Canon Keys logo desk mats on there. So do go check out canonkeys.com for more. New sponsor first. It's actually in alphabetical order, Jay. I just go in alphabetical order, that's all. Next up on the list is Dixie Mech. Head over to dixiemech.com/lightning for the Dixie Mech storefront. Right now on group buy, there should be GMK Nuke Data or GMK Nuclear Data. It's a green theme set. It's a mainly green theme set with some accents, like orange accents and so on. It's basically the theme is basically around like a nuclear plant sort of thing going on. It's like radiation and nuclear plants and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in GMK Nuke Data, it's on Dixie Mech. There's also a Rama keycap, as well as a desk pad design for it. Another group buy that we have on Dixie Mech is also GMK Pono. GMK Pono is designed by Sour, who also designed the logo for Lightning keyboards. So Sour, he designed GMK Pono, which is this cute cat theme set. It comes in this dark gray base with like a slight pinkish, like a dark pinkish sort of legend color. There's these cute novelties. There's a bunch of desk mat designs, as well as a couple of Rama keycap designs. So both of those group buys will be open. Nuke Data should be open till August 1st, I believe, till the end of this month. And then Pono should be open till the middle of August. Watashi kita. Red Desk Mat 2. One theme going on. Yeah, I know, right? So much red. Nuke Data. Come on, don't be toxic. Nuke Data looks pretty good in my opinion. But anyway, that's just me though. So next up we have Mint Autumn, mintautumn.com. Mint Autumn is also Jack Static. Jack Static, he designed the Rukia, which is just a polycarbonate Alice layout keyboard. Although Rukia has unfortunately run and gone already, so the group buy has already run and it's currently in production actually. So for those in the group buy might already know. But for those who don't know Mint Autumn is actually working on making cases out of other kinds of plastics, such as ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. It's the same plastic that those like inverse stems are made out of, and he's working on making cases from that plastic in different layouts, like a TK layout, for instance. He's calling that one Irma, and if you want to hear more about it, go check out Mint Autumn. There's also a Discord server for it, and Jack Static is actually super nice, and he can explain a lot about Irma, and there's info about Irma on the Discord server as well. The Ruki is so beautiful, I agree. Anyhow, next up we have Novelkeys. So head on over to novelkeys.xyz. On Novelkeys, you can find a variety of switches, stabilizers, desk mats, keycaps, all sorts of keyboard-related goodies. And any in-stock item, you can actually get 5% off if you use the promo code Thunder on checkout. So if you want 5% off any order with in-stock items, you can use Thunder on checkout. On Novelkeys, however, we also have group buys running. Some of them are GMK Hammerhead. So GMK Hammerhead is a deep blue sort of themed key set. So if you're interested in sharks and oceans and that kind of stuff, check out GMK Hammerhead. Comes in 2 different base kits. There's desk mats for it as well. There's also GMK Mecha 01, which is inspired after the popular Neon Genesis Evangelion series, and it's obviously inspired by the Unit 01 from that series. So it's purple and green and orange and all sorts of mecha. Cool. So do check out GMK Mecha on there, which should be running until the end of the month or middle or early next month. But so group buy items won't qualify for the promo code, unfortunately. So no 5% off from group buy items. Late night see what up, Lightning. Saturn OG, hello, how are you doing? The Georgian Dark Base GMK Hammerhead is dope. Yeah, I do like the dark one too. But I'm not sure if I'll get it. Yeah. GMK doesn't work with DSA. GMK is its own sculpted profile. So GMK does cherry profile keycaps only. DSA is flat and spherical, so it's very different. They're both very different profiles. If you don't want more information about profiles, you should just look up keycap profiles, and there are some diagrams on like Google Images and stuff. You can find comparing like cherry profile versus like DSA profile and so on. There's some good charts out there. Anyhow, so the next sponsor we have is Prime Keyboards, primekb.com/lightning. So if you go on Prime Keyboards, you may be able to find some desk key switch films as well as desk key Topris silencing rings. They also supply alpacas and silent alpaca switches, however those are currently out of stock. Durox stabilizers as well should be coming in on stock next month. They're working on it, trust me. There's also springs and lube stations and switch openers, among other accessories that are useful. There's some DSA switches, as well as if you're looking for any Zelio V2 style kind of switches, T1 switches, T1 tactile switches are also available at on primekb.com. And I think that's about it for Prime KB. So head on over to primekb.com/lightning. Then lastly we have Project Keyboard. So head on over to projectkeyboard.com. And over there we currently have the Elongate group buy running. The Elongate is a custom keyboard in the Mini 1800 layout. It's a small form factor keyboard. So it's like similar to like 40%, but it has like this numpad cluster, split spacebar. And it comes in various colors like black, blue, plum, rose gold, I think, and polycarbonate. And Elongate, I think it's retailing currently at $350, starting at $350 plus shipping. It should be ending at the end of the month. On Project Keyboard, we also have GMK Sumi. It's themed after like Japanese calligraphy and like minimalism. So if you're into monochrome and some accents, some fancy accents, go check out GMK Sumi. There's a bunch of Decimat designs as well as some beautiful Rama keycaps that you might want to check out. So GMK Sumi. Alright, I think this is all good to go. Just double checking. Alright. So always before wrapping up the build, I just make sure to test it. So I just gotta plug it in. What's the $350 plus shipping? That's going to be the Elongate custom keyboard. It's a mini 1800 layout keyboard on projectkeyboard.com. Congrats on winning the raffle. Is this your first win since the original #1? Yes. So the original #1 for me, it was not a raffle. I actually just purchased it. The one I have is a prototype TKL. So it was no raffle, it was just a sale. But yeah, this is actually my first Keycult raffle win. Yeah, it's my first Keycult product since they have been public. I tried to enter the #2, the first come first serve sale back when they first ran the #2, but unfortunately I was too slow for all of that. Didn't get a B stock, didn't get any red ones, didn't get any stainless steel ones. They just flew out so quickly. So no #2 for me, and ever since I've wanted a silver TKL from them, but you know, no dice for me, no dice. Yeah. And so yeah, this is my first Keycult product that I've owned. Keycult keyboard product that I've owned since they've become a public entity. Anyhow, so that's basically what it is. So I need to unplug that now. All right, so we're done with this. So now we just gotta put it in the case. All right. One day lightning, one day. Yeah, one day. Yeah, I'm not in a rush. Like, I like it, but I'm not in a rush at all. Because you know, you don't need more than 2 keyboards technically. One for home, one for work, right? Alas. Is that a red weight? Yes, it is a red anodized weight and an E-white coating. Any upcoming kit that is good for first-time keyboards like me, like I like 65% of TKL. If you like a 65%, the Zenith looks pretty good. The Zenith is a 65% plus a 2 macro column cluster. It's too big. So I would recommend the Zenith. If it has gasket mount, it also has a hot swap PCB available for it if you're not into soldering. But if you would like to learn a new skill, I would highly recommend trying soldering. And it comes in very nice colors. So, yeah, highly recommend the Zenith. I think that's a very good custom keyboard currently on Group Buy. That is a 65%. TKLs, I'm not very sure at the moment, but I'm sure there's always more TKLs. There's always more TKLs. There's always more TKLs. Can I say that again? There's always more TKLs. TKLs are like the bread and butter of this hobby. There's always more TKLs. Alright, cool. I'm done with that. First come, first serve is becoming untenable, I agree. Still think your OG #1 with half plate is one of the nicest Keycults out there. Thank you so much, Saturn OG. I appreciate that. Let's see. No, you need at least 14 keyboards. Okay, Q. The back looks amazing. Pretty. At least 14. One for every day. Amateur numbers seems pretty good. I was in the buy recently, got sold out in 9 seconds. Woohoo! 9 seconds. Wow, that's crazy actually. Any high-end 60s coming up? I'm gonna enter the Keycult raffle. Yeah, so the Keycult will still have a, oh yeah, so whoever was looking for a 65%, Keycult is still gonna have their 165 raffle for their remaining extra kits. So if you're into Keycult, this is your chance. What else? 60% though. 60%. I'm not very sure. I need to look at interest checks. There's a bunch though. There's so many there's so many ICs out there. There's like Sophia, I think, by Nix Etheria. That kind of looks like a OGD 360 Corsa, but it's 60% instead. There is. Remind me, guys. What else is there on interest check? I actually don't remember. Sorry. Are you gonna buy the Keycult coffee? There's a Keycult coffee? I didn't know there was a Keycult coffee. Hold up. TX is quality for sure. Yeah, TX is super nice. What's under the card? Oh, what is under the card? Under the card, Mr. Cert Knighting is this brass card, or yeah, it's a card block chonker. Oh wait, I think the autofocus is not on, is it? There we go. I think the better way is just to zoom in. Anyway, it's this brass card from Keycult, from their puzzle series or puzzle game thing going on, Cypher. Anyway, Zenith is an amazing board, but unless you have a lot of money, I don't recommend it as a beginner. I mean, yeah, it is definitely so like Zenith or Keycult, and those are all priced around the pricing that most like fully custom mechanical keyboard kits with like aluminum case and all that stuff, like with weights or whatever, are going for. So like it's like $350 to $450. Let me see. Zenith is worth every dollar. Unicorn is coming back. Unicorn is coming back like way later, I think. I think there's still some time. I don't know what exactly what is Rama and Keycult. You can make your keyboard calling those brands, or they sell limited keyboards, or how it works. Oh, I see. I can explain, but basically there are two brands, Rama Works and Keycult. There are two brands. Rama Works is located in Australia. Keycult is located in the United States. They produce keyboards in a, yeah, I guess you could say limited fashion. So this is the board. And let me just finish explaining, I guess. Rama Works often does unlimited group buys. So when they have a group buy period open, they will have unlimited, like you can, people to purchase in that period, and basically all those orders go in, they get produced, they get shipped. So it takes a while. High quality custom keyboards, they have a very certain aesthetic to them. As for Keycult, they have production made in China as well as here in the United States. That's recent, although they haven't yet sold any keyboard that they have produced here in the United States. They're also going to be producing some keyboards in Europe through a CNC, I guess, manufacturer named Salvin in Belgium. But basically, I'm running out of my train of thought. Hold on. Oh, yeah. So, but basically, they do limited run raffles, as well as like auctions for keyboards. So they are very high quality products. And if you go to Keycult Discord, there's very nice people who are also in chat who can probably help you with any questions you might have. And if not, just PM me. I'll answer all your questions if you want. It's okay. Just PM me. It's fine. Mr. Lightning, I want to put my Keycult card in number 1 mid piece. Is anybody sponsored by Rama? I don't think so. The card is already entered? Yeah, it's already been entered for a while. Unicorn October, that's a while. Poner Design Zenith, he seems like a great person. He indeed is a great person and a friend. I'm very glad to call him my friend. He's a great guy. I heard he designed Vern too. But they take a year. Yeah, Rama takes a while for sure. Alright, the Berber man. What does E-White smell like? This doesn't smell like anything to me. Nope. Sorry, I don't want to do that. Alright, so, oh yeah, I need to take off the mid piece before continuing. So now this is the mid piece. So basically the way this works is there's a bottom, there's a middle, and there's a top. And the plate assembly gets sandwiched between the middle and the top. But the daughter board, the USB port, basically goes below the middle piece. So that's why I need to take it out. So I need to attach it there. And then run the cable over here. There's a little channel for the cable. And then plug it in. Can you lock it like that? Other Korean dude how types or whatever. Alright. So the middle piece is the weight. For those who don't know, the middle piece itself is the weight. Oh, this is new? This is new. They added these tabs. This is new. They used to not have this. Oh, this is new to me. Or at least to me, because my number one mid piece is really hard to take off and really hard to put on. So I never put it on. So I never take it off anymore. Anyway. Let's put that aside. Okay, so the next part is I just need to get the hardware. Okay. Looks like these are the screws. I don't need the wrenches because I already have my own tools. These I think these are little inserts for alignment. I'll put them in later. I'll show you guys what this is about. The only they have pipes. Teehee types. Taobao types. Oh my god. Wait a second. Yeah. So this is how it goes in. And then I just need to affix it over there. Wait. And then wait a sec. I might need to align it slightly better. It's not perfectly aligned. Okay, there we go. That's a nice accent. Thank you. Never seen this revisions internals. Yeah, me neither. I unboxed it today after all. They did such a nice job with these details and quality of life improvements. I agree. And so there's a channel here. This is a daughter board, so there's a channel here that takes you from the USB port all the way down, I guess. And then that's basically, it just comes out like that. So now I can take the mid piece back again and put it on top. We need to not let that pinch, just pass it through. I'm just gonna double check that I'm not pinching anything, because I wouldn't like that. I could tape it down, but I don't want to. I'm not feeling that. Come on now. Okay, I need a flat surface. Okay, there we go. All right, it's in. And where's my screwdriver? Few cable long enough? Yeah, cable is certainly long enough. Oh yeah, I did see that someone had a shorter cable today. I think that was something they were saying. Anyway, so you just put the mid piece. That's the mid piece. So you just screw it on. Anyway, and so the next part is probably going to be these alignment pegs. So these alignment pegs just basically get inserted here. So there's one here. There's one here. It looks like we have one extra, so one here. So these are alignment pegs so that I don't have to worry about aligning the plates. So this is another quality of life improvement that changed between the two revisions. Between like the first one, which is just number 160, and this is revision 1, which is new revision for the board. What serial number you get? I'm not gonna tell you. Go watch the VOD. Anyway, so let's plug in. Yo, Obsidian, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Thank you. Okay, how do I plug this in without being a dummy, dumb. All right, let's just put this on for now. I guess I'll just have to flip it over and plug it in, and then align it later. So I'll do that. Okay. That I can't show you guys, but basically I'm just flipping it over. I am just grabbing the cable and then I'm just gonna put it into the thing. Struggle plus here though. My fingers are too fat. My fingers are so fat. What the heck? Yo, come on. Get in. Let me in. Okay, there we go. Whew. There we go. Yo, J Wordfish, thank you so much for the 123 bits. Thank you. Much appreciated. Alright, so that thing is in, I think. Okay, alignment pegs over there. Alright. I'm gonna test it before I close it because I have a feeling that I could have screwed up. Yay, okay, cool. That works. So now we're done for that. And then you just grab this one, and does it have an orientation at all? Yes, it does. Okay. So just press it here. So there's a decent amount of compression going on here, so I do have to press a little bit harder. How's the flex on this? I don't know. I haven't. There definitely does seem to be some compression going on, so I'm pressing down with my body weight, screwing down, and then I'm gonna do it on the other side. And then do the 4 corners first. Gotta head out. I'll ping on Discord later. Sounds good. Invis, thank you for stopping by. Take care. Have a good night. Oh, Vision there. You spoiled it already? You told him? What's the point now? I thought I had Swangful in my hands. Could have extorted him with my serial number for his number 2 stainless steel. Shh. Foiled. Plants gone. Just kidding. Anyway, so that's that for that. Put on. Alrighty, so put our screwdrivers back. And I just, yo, Cartoon, what's up? How you doing, Cartoon 91? Key set, okay. This can go now. So I decided the key set I wanted to put on this, and that is going to be my set of GMK Honeywell. Test first. I already plugged it in earlier, but I mean, if you want me to test, I can. I mean, it works. Yeah, it's working. I thought you said you wanted to. Oh yeah, I did earlier, right before assembling the case. Can't go wrong with Honeywell. Yeah, I know. Morbid question: does EY scratch fingerprint easily? Does it? I mean, no. No, not at all. I don't really see smudging. Like, sometimes I can see it like on like black aluminum and stuff. I don't really see it. Yeah, no, I don't really see it. Shoot, don't make me buy this keycap set. This keycap set is... It won Keycap Set of the Year in 2017. And the Destority Awards. Alright, so... Start with, I guess, numbers. They just ran group buy for that. So there are like, how many versions of Honeywell are there now? There's like 1, 2. There's like 4 versions of Honeywell now. I think 3 or 4 versions of Honeywell. Yeah, there's quite a few versions of Honeywell now. So, yeah. Honeywell with pink accents? It's red. That's red. Honeywell is OG? Well, Honeywell is based on something OG. Like, Honeywell is based on an original terminal. Like, on an original Honeywell terminal. So, it is OG by nature. And it was basically made into Cherry Profile. Brought into Cherry Profile. Did you get a Think 65? I did not. Is that Honeywell or Dolce Raindrop? It's Honeywell. It's Honeywell. Oh, I see. I know it's red, but I'm just saying in generally. I see, I see. Oh snap, you want split backspace today? Yeah, so I do split backspace on 60s and 65s and stuff. I don't like doing split backspace on anything equal to or larger than 75% because it adds an extra key that I don't really have a use for. And I actually prefer to use backspace on larger layouts like that. It's just a preference thing. Split BS overall. Okay, Petrov, say goodbye. Okay, fine. Welcome back, Mr. Petrov. How was Purgatory? Did you enjoy Purgatory? This is what happens. Face the consequences. I'm dying here, you flat earth full BS lover. Bad Petrov. What am I missing? I'm missing the pipe key. Here it is. And is Jeff Leopard here in chat today? If he's not, then that's too bad. But this is his time. This is the time. If Jeff Leopard is not in chat, then it's a shame. Because I'm gonna go find some miniature figurines. Because I'm a miniature figurine man. So, okay, well, let's take this away first. Alright. Here's my miniature figurines for today. AKA Artisan Keycaps. I made a selection of some red, gray, and other variants of stuff that you guys might like, as well as a novelty cap called Bhutan. So the question is, what do you guys want to see on what position? So keyboard looks like that. Well, what's up with Keycult? Why is it so expensive? Is the quality that great? So yeah, it's high quality. It's like the high end of things. The quality is really good. They do wonderful quality control. So that's really what it is. Is Honeywell so OG it doesn't have mod tilde? I just banned mod tilde. Say that again and you'll be banned from chat. Can you get 160 with HKB blockers? No, you cannot. Bruh. Use the CNY Togepi. Bro caps for sure. Bad Luck and Reaper. Putain is delete? Not bad, yeah. Robot top left, white one with red dots. Okay, Putain escape. We can put the Putain on the other side too. Actually, Putain on the escape is fine too. Let's do Putain on one side. And then the other side we will choose, we can choose either one. So Putain, maybe I'll put it on escape. Nah, let's put the putain on the tilde key. Putain on tilde. Sticks of sugar, Togepi. Umbrella for escape. Red key with flower left. Red key with flower. This or this? Skull for escape? It's a tough choice. Umbrella right. Bad luck or Togepi. Okay, fine. I think the putain might go today. Let's do the bad luck for the right side. And for the left side, I think I'll take this one out. I'll take this one out. I will. I'll probably take this one out actually, because I'm not into the white right there. KK fruit deserves escape. Bro cap looks so good. Skull. Okay, fine. Let's do a bro cap today. Skull. I mean Reaper or Brobot. Reaper or Brobot. Reaper or Brobot. Go. Reaper, Brobot. Reaper, Brobot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Cool. Looks like Brobot's winning, so just gonna go with that. So trust me, I love the white and red colorways in general, so that's why I have a lot of artisans in this theme, because I've been planning on Honeywell for a long time. So the gray is a little bit darker, but it's fine. It's like a nice accent. Controversial opinion, no artisans. I know other people. Some people would say that. Alright, so let's just get that zoomed in nicely. Kinda looks like Matilda. Yeah, it kinda does, right? I know. Kinda does. No red cable? Not a pure red. No, I don't have a pure red cable, unfortunately. So typing test. Let's see. Looks clean. Thank you. Typing test. That it? There we go. Nice. Actually, okay, cool. What are the switches? They are retooled MX blacks, and now is the time to turn off my fan. And it's also, let's see, time to turn off the music, and also to adjust my mic. Yeah, I did have the AC on. I had the AC on. Jeff Leopard made it for the figurines today. Let's see, count like one Huey. Ish. Is this good angle wise? I think it's good enough. And just get that. How's the audio? Audio okay? White key was so addicting. Gucci? Okay, good. Alright, good. Alright, so let's try monkey type. And let's get this out of the way. Alright. So this is a Keycult number 160 revision 1 with retooled MX black switches and full aluminum plate with the leaf spring mount. Yep, looped with Tribosys 3204. Okay. So there we go. So that's what it sounds like. How do you feel it sounds IRL? Sounds good. Just kind of trying to think what to compare it to. Have you tried the round baby theme on monkey type? I have not. How hard is it to switch between the two on different boards? Between the two what? Like two layouts? For me, it's not too hard because I've kind of gotten used to it. And nice prediction, Visionaire. Space War is nice, very crisp. All my homies hate polycarb. Key said I'm using Honeywell, yeah. Is that loud for some people? Is this loud? Oh, is this keyboard loud? I could see like some people finding it loud if they're used to quiet environments. Yeah, it does remind me a little bit of the Unicorn. Maybe a little bit louder. Yeah, a little bit clackier for sure. I'm glad this isn't rattling, so that's good. Let me see. How do I minimize this? Should I try a typing test again? Should we try typing on it again? I think you guys might want to just listen to it again. I think that's just gonna be better. Yeah, one more time. Okay, I think that's a yes. So that's fine. Let's try this again because I'm kind of curious myself. Redo. so bad. Getting a little nervous here. What kind of switch is that? It's a lubed MX black switch. Thank you, Saturnoji. So what do you guys think? Let's just get the music back on and get the typing test off. What does tooled mean or retooled mean? It means that the molds have been like refreshed for production. I gave it an 8.5 for sound. I am positively surprised given I don't usually love an aluminum plate. I love aluminum plate. Does the leaf spring do anything for you? Good. That's a question I wanted to address. That's the thing I've been curious about the most, actually. So I guess first impressions is that I thought it would be a little bit softer with the leaf spring, especially. Like I can definitely feel there is some compression and movement going on. Like I can definitely feel it's there, but yeah, so it definitely does move. So like, how do I, like if I press, like you can see the caps kind of dipping. So it does like have some flex to it, but I think it would be a little bit softer. I thought it would be, but I think it's just because it's sandwiched in there and there was a decent amount of compression when I was closing the case that I think it's kind of like a nice uniform amount of middle ground stiffness all across the board. So it is nice. It feels pretty nice. Like bottoming out does not feel harsh at all. In fact, it does remind me of like a unicorn, but I think the unicorn is much more I guess abrupt, like dramatic about the bouncy feeling because it's just a tray. Like there's nothing to like really kind of like stop that motion. But does the leaf spring do anything in particular for me? I would say like maybe not. I'm kind of not entirely sure what the difference will be. I would have to try I wish I had a plate without the leaf spring to compare 1-to-1. That's the main thing. But based on other boards that I've tried, it's pretty soft still. And I also don't type very heavily, so I feel like that kind of might affect how I feel about it. Good looking board. It's a bit loud for me. Maybe something new to try. Yeah, I mean, like, what are your thoughts on the new Silk series from Novel Keys? I reviewed the switches from the Silk series. I thought they were good. They're pre-lubed with 25G0, but it's not sufficient lube for most enthusiasts, I'll say. But it's good for people who might feel a little bit too lazy to lube themselves. And the price is excellent for those. Since the sides don't have leaf springs, does the plate bend on the sides? Yeah, it does a little bit. Right, like that's what I just showed earlier. Like it does definitely compress, but actually compresses relatively evenly. Like it doesn't. I think it's because the leaf spring's kind of like covering the whole top and the whole bottom part, really, like most of it. The compression is kind of relatively even. Thermal was softer than number 165 from what I remember. Yeah, I would have to try thermal to know that. Thermal hasn't shipped yet, however. And I didn't get thermal, actually. I would have to purchase one if I were to have one. I'm using number 1 Luref 1 TK right now. It's pretty stiff with allo plate. Yeah, I think that's should be quite similar with number 160. If I would otherwise be lubing switches for the first time, do you think I could do a better job than those silks? I think so. Yes, I think you could definitely do a better job than that. So, well, here is the board that we built today. Dust. So this is the number 160 by Keycult. revision 1. And it comes in this e-white and red. So there it is. So yeah, I like it. I actually like how light it is with the aluminum mid piece. It's not too heavy. It doesn't feel like I'm just gonna like drop it or anything. I actually like the medium amount of heft to this. And yeah, so the sides, the mid piece pops like that. It's nice and flush actually. Like I don't really feel anything protruding. I mean, yeah, it's not a weight. It's the mid piece itself is sort of like the weight. But other keyboards have weights on them. Like they have like brass pieces on them. So I'll come in, I'll compare. So what's the weight? Weight. What's the weight? So, time to find out. So this weighs 2 pounds and 12.7 ounces, which is equivalent to 1,268 grams. So 1.3 kilograms approximately. 1.3 kilograms. Let's compare it to something else. This over here is my Gasket 00. Gasket mount keyboard, no weight, nothing else, it's just an aluminum case. Top and bottom piece and an assembly. This weighs 1,104 grams, which is just 2 pounds and 7 ounces, so it's about a 6 ounce difference. Pretty similar, pretty light. Yeah, it's really light. Now compare that with this keyboard. This is a Fiel, round 1 Fiel. Which weighs 5 pounds, which in grams is 2,273 grams. So this weighs almost a kilogram more than this guy and this guy. I don't get the appeal of heavy boards. To each their own, I think. How does it feel? It looks like it is tray mount. It is a tray mount board. Right, it's a one piece tray mount board. So this is a stainless steel weight on the interior. It kind of covers like it's like this, or like covers there. It's like interior weight. But yeah, it's a tray mount board. So this is a tray board. This is a sandwich isolation gasket mount, what people call that. And this is the O-ring gasket mount. GMK Mecha would look amazing on that board. I didn't like GMK Mecha because of the modifiers. I don't like the modifiers for GMK Mecha. What's the benefits to a heavier board? Some people think that heavier boards like kind of feel more substantial, like on their desks, like, you know, it won't budge. It gives you like a bit more like grounding, like kind of like, you know, like feel of like it's like grounded to a desk. Other people will say that yeah, it's associated with quality for some people. I personally associate weight with like what the weight does to like the sound or the typing feel in general, because if like you get more of this vibration towards the desk, it'll feel a little different. Sound wise it's the same. I do think like the dense weight under like the assembly will change the sound. Like it might dampen the sound, or maybe it bounces more. Like I actually don't know. Like I mean, there's no real science done on this, but the idea is that weights will like a dense material below the main PCB and plate assembly might change the sound and the feel of a board. Is there actual science on it? No, not at all right now. But yeah, it feels quality to have a heavy board is what people will say about it. So this board sounds completely different, actually. Like, and this board also was, this doesn't have much flex, I guess, because this has full aluminum plate as well. I think the half plate would flex a lot more, which I used to have built. What's my gasket built with? It's built with MX Black housings with the polyethylene stems, the inverse stems. Also lubed with, I think Tribosys 3204 as well. Yeah. Like, these are the switches. That's a switch. Anyhow. Which sound do you prefer of the two boards? Good question. Definitely clackier. More muted, I think. And this has PBT though, so it's a different comparison. What are Pinocos? Pinocos are like JWK linears that are pink. Gasket with the inverse stem sounds tinier. Yeah, it sounds a little more hollow. But I actually do like the sound of this. The aluminum plate does sound really nice in my opinion, in person especially. I think in person this sounds really nice. What's the bottom board? That's a Gasket 00. Is it Pinocos? No, it's not. But yeah. Alright. So that's that. And if you guys have any, can you see the bottom of the gasket? Sure. That's it. It's just nothing else. Do you subscribe to the idea that harder plates tend to align better with tactile switches and softer better with linear switches? No, I do not align with that idea because I do prefer lighter, softer plates with tactile switches as well. It has like a bounciness to it and all that kind of stuff. I just prefer lighter in general. I realized that over time I actually type lighter than I type heavier. So that's a preference thing though. I definitely used to be the other way around for plates. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. People used to actually advocate for stainless steel for linears, like a stiff plate, and like a half polycarbonate plate for like MX clears. Thanks for stream, Big D. Great fun, and I'm sorry I called you a flat earther. You climate change and I full BS lover. Okay, I'll bid you goodbye. Just like that. Goodbye, Mr. Petrov. Just kidding, man. It's all for good fun. Anyway. Mr. Petrov's message got deleted. Whoopsie. Have you tried slow springs? I thought slow springs are the ones that wait, no, progressive are the regular laners. I guess slow are the ones that have like they're like lighter and then like go up. No, I guess I haven't really tried them. Or I actually haven't really cared for the differences between slow springs and progressive springs, meaning that in the end I just bought them out, so I don't care much for the difference. I think it's different or harder, better for heavy typists. I feel like from an ergonomic point of view, you would rather use a softer plate, because if you're bottoming out really hard and you have a very heavy return on your fingers, you might injure your fingers over a long period of time. So it would get fatiguing, right? Yeah, like Mali said. Yeah, soft good is what I personally think. Because I type like a Mongol. I mean, like a lot of people type heavily. I've known a lot of people who do, and some people prefer like hard plates, and some people don't. But I do think, like, maybe ergonomically speaking, it might be better to do soft, because you'll end up you could end up hurting yourself by like typing on a very very hard plate. Yeah. Do you think you could have a nice looking USB cable or a basic one? Doesn't matter. Tobre best tactile? Tobre. Let me bring my Tobre. You guys seen this majestic Smokers Edition HHKB? Straight out of Salaryman Japan office. PFU Fujitsu. 2002. I'm just kidding. 2005. But yeah, this is my HHKB Pro. Still somewhat want to try Topria, but I know if it's going to be tactile enough for me. It might not be, I guess. But there is 55 gram, and there is like BKE springs, and there's so many other things. So you could definitely try those mods as well. Alrighty, so I think I will see if anybody is streaming right now. I think it's pretty late though, so maybe not. Maybe West Coast might be. So we'll see. You just see so many around. I just thought it was on there, man. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. But thanks to everybody who stopped by today. Oh, Franco. Let's see. Any other streamers? Let's see. Huh. Spanish keyboard maker, I guess. Anyone you guys would like me to raid? Any other suggestions? Not many keyboard people at all, I think. Just lubing switches seems like someone new. But lubing switch is boring. Damn it, I missed the stream. Rate Teha Types? Teha Types is not even online. You can't rate Teha Types if he's not online. Yeah, I guess there's not many. There's actually nobody I would rate. I mean, we can actually rate Franco. Franco is a great guy. He's a friend of mine, and he does he plays games, but he also does videos for like gamers. He's actually like a physical therapy kind of guy, and so he'll do like videos about stretches for gamers and like people who use the computer a lot. And he's actually a keyboard enthusiast. He used to be into customs and that stuff. He like collected artisans, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's a cool guy in the community. Fracno is his actual Twitch name. But yeah, let's go check him out. I think he's playing Valorant though. Let's see. Great Fracno. All right, so if anybody has any last minute questions, let me know. But if not, I think I'll be saying bye now. All right, well then everybody, thank you so much for stopping by, and thanks for the good stream as always. I have some exciting things coming up, by the way. There's a prototype build coming soon that I will be like reviewing, I guess. Not reviewing, but more like checking out. There's a very fun build coming soon, a fully customized keyboard that I'm not gonna say the name of right now, but it's very pretty and it's big. I just got the switches, they feel really nice, so do get very excited about that. I think it'll be a great, awesome build. So do check out when the ping drops. If you haven't checked out my socials, you can check out my Discord and my Instagram. I'm also on Discord and Reddit as well, as usual, so you can always contact me if you have any questions. And anyway, that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much, and let's go raid Franco. See you guys.